All right, we're back. This is the Hollywood Entrepreneur Show, talking about your celebrity business news. We combine TMZ with Neil Cavuto here. Hope Neil doesn't mind me saying that. I've been on his show before. I think he likes me for the most part. But it is the financial world with the celebrity world. You can learn a lot when combining them both. Plus, it's just a lot of fun.
It is.
Nobody talks about this stuff. Why don't I talk about this stuff? I'm glad they leave it for me.
Somebody has to do it.
Look, we were talking about canceled shows. End of the last segment, I promised to tell you what happens to your show. So here's what you got to know.
Okay.
I'm trying to use very little math, but here's what you got to know. If you're going to be on a big station,
okay,
like an ABC, an NBC, or a Fox, something like that,
yeah,
good ratings are like 15 million, 25 million, 35 million,
wow,
right? That's good ratings. I mean, you need that.
Yeah.
Now, if you're on TLC, A&E, some of these other stations, you don't need it. You could have 2-3 million, and you could have it could be okay for your network. So when you have a show come out, there's a couple things that come into play. You could have a good, very successful show that could go on a smaller cable network and do very well and never be canceled. But if it goes onto a bigger network, they're expecting a lot of viewers. And if you can't get those viewers, you're out.
So, David, why do these TV shows cancel? I'm still waiting.
Okay,
I'm
explaining
to you. Want to know
you.
too, guys. I'm here for you.
I'm explaining to you. I got to tell you how this works. So first of all, there's these shows that could do well on other networks, but they go into big networks, so you have to have a lot of people watching it, right?
Okay.
In the first season, most of the contracts with these people are very small. They're very small. They're not getting a lot of money. If they choose to keep that show going, they now have to give pay raises, and sometimes very big pay raises.
Okay.
And so they have to make the decision. Is it easier to do another show, right, and do it with less money, or do they pay the people the big money? So in other words, you've got to hit a home run. You can't hit a triple. You can't hit a double. Sorry, you guys not know baseball here?
I love baseball.
You can't just do okay.
Yeah.
You've got to do really well.
Yeah.
Because you're on a big station that has a lot of pull, a lot of brand power, and so they want a lot more. So what happens is a station has to decide, okay, what should I do with this show? And will those actors and actresses, will they take less? Do they want to do something differently? So here's what we've seen in the last couple of years. A couple different shows here. I gotta get these down here more. There's a couple different shows that have happened here. The Mindy Project, okay, is one of the ones I was trying to think of. No one even got that for me. Sometimes you guys bail me out over here. You guys gotta be ready on those computers over here. The Mindy Project, right?
Yeah.
Folks, I'm working without a net up here. You think this is all rigged? I'm just pontificating over here. They don't know where I'm going. You think this is you think why does he know these things? Why does he forget these names? Because I don't even know I'm going to talk about these people in the first place. That's why this is. You think this is planned out? I just have some rough idea of what we're going to talk about up here. No, Mindy's Project, that went from a very big network, I think like NBC. It goes to Hulu.
Okay.
See, for Hulu to draw 3 or 4 million viewers, or to get 1 million plus views, that's really good.
So that's really good for Hulu.
That's really good for Hulu. It's not good for NBC.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying out here?
Yeah.
So if those actors and actresses say, hey, look, we want to be around, we love the show, we love what we're doing, let's keep it going here. Yeah. They'll do that. Yeah. And a lot of people don't realize this, but Hulu, Netflix, they have a lot of money to pay people.
Yeah.
Take a look at Netflix, right? They have 600 million people subscribing to them. I mean, they're making, hundreds of millions of dollars a month. Yeah. Right, and growing all the time. They can cut some big checks.
Yeah.
You can go to Kevin Spacey for House of Cards and how did you get Kevin Spacey? How did you get, Robin Wright Penn? How did you do this? Right? Well, they can write some big checks and they don't need the same kind of views. So, at the very top of the food chain, so to speak here, the best of the best, it is the Fox, it is the CBS, it is the NBC, it is the ABC. But there is life beyond that in these other cable networks. And then even beyond those other cable networks, you have these internet channels popping up everywhere. And those internet channels are starting to surpass what these TV networks can do, especially these cable networks. Yeah. Right? So you got the big guys, right? The 4 main ones. Then you got these cable channels. Now you got these internet ones, but these internet ones are just kind of gobbling up from behind and kind of catching up with the big dogs.
So if you had a show,
yes,
would you rather take the risk of being kicked off after one episode, whatever, ABC, Fox, or take a chance of going with Hulu, less viewers,
so here's
more
how
longevity.
Here's how I'd answer that. When you get into politics, this is the beginning of my answer. When you get into politics, you got to decide, do you want to run for mayor?
Yeah.
Do you want to run for senator or governor?
Yeah.
Do you want to run for president?
Yeah.
Right? Now, wherever you get in at, you might go a few up.
Yeah.
But you're not going to climb. It's very rare that you're going to get in at mayor and go for president. Now, Michael Bloomberg's a little bit different.
Yeah.
You know, he makes Donald Trump look like, you know, he needs financial aid.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bloomberg here has a lot of money. So he can go from mayor to president if he wants. Plus, he's mayor of New York City. It's probably the biggest city around. But most of the time, if you're a county commissioner, you're not going to become senator. And even if you did make it that far, you're not going to become president.
Right.
It's very, very, very hard. So it's the same thing with your TV show. If you're sitting down, you got a TV show, you got a reality show. You know, I've been there behind the scenes there, and these people, they got these big decisions to make. You know, the station they get on, if it's too big of a station, they might get cut.
Yeah.
So they got to decide, you know, do I want a better chance? You know, so you might have a show and it's really built well for the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah.
Now the Sci-Fi Channel isn't as big as Fox. You got to decide, well, you know, am I more excited to have Fox take it? And at the end of the day, you probably don't. That decision's probably out of your hands, anyways.
Yeah.
But there's these people sitting back there going, I don't know if I want Fox to have it. Maybe I want Sci-Fi to have it because those are my people.
Yeah.
My show might run for 3 or 4 seasons, where in Fox it might only run for one. Because I don't have to have the same ratings. So now do you kind of understand some of the ratings?
Why your shows only last one episode.
Do you want to know if your show's going to be canceled? If it's in jeopardy? How would you like to know?
How do you know?
There's some great places to find this out. Sidereel.com is probably Sidereel.com. Sidereel.com. One of my favorite places.
Okay.
It'll have a section called Cancellation Buzz. They'll have a section called Canceled. They'll have a section called Just Renewed.
Oh, wow.
You can go there and see what the future is of your show.
Oh, wow.
So Good Wife just announced they're done.
Oh, wow.
They're doing 9 more episodes. They're done. Really great show, done by some great people.
But doesn't that draw more attention when you hear that a show's going to be off the air? You're like, well, then I need to watch it before it's off. You know, doesn't it create kind of an anticipation or
it does, and that's why they do it. Yeah. I mean, they're talking about The Good Wife going off the air at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Some of the most valuable time you would ever have on television. Why would these businessmen pick this valuable time to talk about their show going off the air? Yeah, because like what you said, they want to go out with a bang. Yeah. They want to create some buzz for those last 9 episodes. And you know, and certain shows could be renewed for a long time out, but they like keeping it down to the wire. Yeah. For that reason, they want the buzz. They want to see people say, "Don't cancel my show. I love that show."
If somebody, let's just say that all of a sudden you get a bunch of requests and people are tuning in, and then numbers flip, does that change the decision? Well, maybe we'll keep it going instead. Yeah. Or do they have to
very rarely. There was another show, Longmire. That was one of the ones I temporarily forgot. Another show, Longmire. It was on A&E. Okay. Great cast. Lou Diamond Phillips was one of the people that play a role in that. Friend of a friend. Well, Bill Allen. You met Bill Allen. We've had him on the show before. Good friends with Lou Diamond Phillips. They had a band together. And anyways, you know, that show got canceled. Netflix picked it up, put it on there, and that show, you know, will get another season. It'll get some more life. And again, it had some good, loyal viewers that were really into it. So is it easier to create that and find that magic, or go back to those people and say, hey, look, your pay may not go through the roof, or we might not be able to offer you a ton more money, but look, do you want to keep this show going? And the people on that show, I think it was a good move for a lot of their careers to keep it going. I know I get a little excited about this.
He loves TV.
Yeah, I get a little excited. But this is the money behind it. This is the business that goes on behind the scenes that a lot of you guys don't realize. So you know, you can find a lot of your shows on Netflix. This is The Hollywood Entrepreneur. Thank you for letting me, look, I do this, this is like a hobby. I do this for fun, even if you didn't pay me at all. Wait, I shouldn't say that. Okay, we'll be right back. I still want the pay.